keeping on praying, although I'm not paying attention to anything that I've been saying. I'm keeping my chin up, cause I know that's just what will keep me from going completely insane. I know when I hit the ground, no one will hear a sound, and that's to go far away. When you look on me, you know that I won't be down. That's fine, cause I want it that way.
That's for sound editing purposes.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Yeah.
Let you drink your water. And
I will.
3, 2, 1. Hi.
Hi
Welcome. Episode 2. Welcome to Make a Mark podcast with Danielle Viali.
I'm Michelle Ranae.
And today we are going to explore Michelle.
Yeah.
This episode's all about Michelle. Ooh.
Explore me, baby.
For those of you who might not have seen the first episode, our podcast is all about interviewing people and finding out, quote unquote, how they made their mark on the world. So how their story and how they contribute to society,
Or community.
and all that jazz.
Yeah, just kind of give a platform to some of our friends and family members to share their stories, like you said, and their struggles and how they came out from the other side. So, but by doing that, we also want to be able to share like our own stories and
Be vulnerable.
ourselves. Yeah. And yeah, so I guess today's podcast is about moi.
Michelle.
Okay, do you have questions for me?
Well, yeah, I guess we could start out with how we would ask our viewers
Okay.
where they grew up and how
Okay.
their experience, growing up was.
Yeah, I grew up in Bakersfield, and then I moved to Oxnard when I was 19.
Oh, wow. So you have a big chunk in Bakersfield.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's high school.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I went to Stockdale High School in Bakersfield, but I didn't graduate high school.
No, you don't have a diploma?
Mm-mm.
Did you do the GED route?
Nope.
Or?
No, I got pregnant when I was 15 and had my baby when I was 16, and then I went to beauty school. I wanted to be a makeup artist, and that kind of like.
You were a makeup artist?
I did become a makeup artist, but like my dream before I became a mom was to like be a makeup artist to like the stars, to move to LA and like rough it and like become a famous makeup artist. I don't know if you remember, there was a makeup artist who created this book. It was Kevin Aquan. Do you remember him? He was like this big time makeup artist, and I loved his book. It was in my mom's shop, and he's who I wanted to be like. But when I became a mom, I had to like, I feel like I had to like come back to reality in a sense, and figure out like, well, that's just not going to make sense anymore. Like, you can't just go drag a baby with you to LA and try to be a makeup artist. So then I decided to become an esthetician, and I decided that because my mom was in the beauty industry, and she guided me. So that's kind of like where I landed. I did get into makeup, but like lashes and brows have become a big focus of mine now.
Oh, yeah, it's very trendy, having the big eyelashes.
Mm-hmm. I think that's what we're going to be known for. Like, when we look back, how we look back in the 90s, what the fashion and style was back then. I think that later on, when we look back to now, it's going to be like all about the lashes.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Yeah, yeah.
That'll be I forget what they call it, like the
like
milestone.
our trend. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So 15, that's so young. How did you talk about that? Like, that's a big, I think that's how you shaped, and I think that, because I know you were a business owner at 21.
Yeah.
So that's probably how you got that maturity level so early.
Yeah, yeah. But you know what? I was kind of like that always as a kid, always trying to be a grown up. Always, when I was a little kid. I always thought I knew everything like we all did, but I was always trying to be the one in charge. I'm the boss. I'm in charge. When my parents would leave for the night to go out, and they would leave me, my sister, and my cousins, I was always the one, I'm in charge. I'm the boss.
Were you the oldest?
I was the oldest.
Okay.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Me too.
So,
me too.
Yeah, I was kind of always like that. And so I ended up meeting my best friend's brother who came home from boot camp, and he was in the Navy. And this is kind of weird. This is like, when I talk about it now, it's weird, but back then, you just think you're just so grown. But like, so her brother was 20 years old and I was 15 years old when I met him. So, and that's like kind of like weird, but I don't know. That was just like cool to me back then.
Was he the father of your son?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he was the father of my first and second child.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, that is older. A lot older.
Oh, I know. I couldn't even imagine, like, if, like, my niece who's 15 was dating a guy who was 20, I'd be so fucking pissed. Like, that would not happen. That would not happen. It's so crazy that,
That's so young. So was he because you have two other boys too, was he the father of all three?
Just the first two.
Okay.
And then we actually got married when I was 16. We went to Vegas. And
What? That's a crazy story.
Yeah, went to Vegas, got married. That was the only place where they would consent or like give you the license, I guess. I don't know, like, but as long as you had like a consent from one parent.
Okay, gotcha. I was wondering, because so young, how that works out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then we got married at the Excalibur. It was the worst night of my life, though.
Oh.
I know, it was so terrible. I remember like my mom doing my hair with like these big barrel curls on the top of my head, kind of like Selena.
Mm-hmm.
And she was doing my makeup, and just like the whole process was like overwhelming. I like was complaining about my hair, complaining about my makeup. Although my hair did look jacked up. I had one barrel curl on the top just sitting there. It was awful.
I would like to see the pictures.
If I can find them, we'll insert them so you can see like what I was talking about. I had one curl, round barrel curl on the top of the whole bun. Like, it's so weird. But I was really upset about it.
That one girl.
That one girl. But that night, my husband at the time turned 21
Oh, so he's gonna go drinking.
with his friend.
Yeah.
He was gonna leave his 16-year-old bride at the hotel by herself on her wedding night while he goes and parties the night away with his best friend. Isn't that like crazy?
Mm-hmm.
I was so pissed. I just knew like at that moment I was like, what the fuck did I just do?
Yeah, well, it's so young, both of you. Even 21 is so young, so 16.
Oh yeah, I have a 22-year-old child. Like, that's still young to me. He's still a little boy,
Mhm.
but yeah,
To me too. Wow.
yeah,
That's a good story, though. It's very interesting.
yeah.
Did, when he came back, though, at the end of the night, were you, like, so pissed at him? Like, did you want to
Yeah.
kill him?
I wanted a divorce.
Immediately, you're like, well, in Vegas they have that where you can get married and
I
immediately
wanted
after.
a divorce. I'm like, I want a divorce. I was, like, I'm super emotional now, but being a 15-year-old teenager pregnant with hormones.
Were you pregnant when you got married? Like,
I was pregnant when I got married.
Okay.
Yeah, I was pregnant when I got married. Yeah. I was really upset.
How long did you stay with him after that?
We stayed together like 8 years off and on. We broke up pretty quickly after Connor was born, and then we got back together because I was pregnant again. Because I didn't learn my lesson. I was that kind of kid who didn't learn their lesson the first time. I got to go through it a couple times, and then I'm like, oh, now I get it.
I'm that way too. I have to learn things the hard way.
The hard way.
For sure.
Yeah.
Takes a minute for it to stick.
Yeah.
And then after the second son and like the 8-year run, you left him
Then
for
I
good.
left, and then I got into a relationship shortly after and got pregnant quick, and that was another disaster in itself.
How come?
Just because you know, we got pregnant so fast. Like, I didn't even get a chance to really get to know him. And then we were pregnant, like 6 months into our relationship. And, yeah. Because I think that I didn't have a chance to just, like, calm down, you know, get a divorce, you know, be single for a little while, get to know yourself, and then maybe meet a new partner. But no, I just had to go jump into another relationship. And then I got pregnant, and then I was like, okay, well, let's try to make this work, which was really crazy because actually that week I was already feeling like, okay, I want to let him know that this is not really working and that we're not really connecting. But instead I had to tell him, like, I'm pregnant. And so
how did he handle that?
He manned up, and he, like, you know, stuck it out with me, and I think he was feeling the same way, you know, and but we tried to make it work, and it lasts just like just like Connor, my oldest son, with my first marriage. You know, we broke up right away as soon as Connor was born, but then got back together. It's kind of like what happened. Like, we broke up pretty quickly after Gavin was born, and then we just, you know, broke up. And
after Gavin,
mm-hmm.
How old were you? You were the 20.
So Gavin, I was probably about 20. I want to say I was 26.
Okay, so you already had your business.
Yeah, I already had my business.
Okay.
Yeah, I already owned my shop in Oxnard, and yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you moved out here before Gavin then?
Yeah.
In
yeah.
Oxnard. Okay.
Yeah, the boys were little. Connor and Tyler were really little when we moved out to Oxnard.
And then you got your first business out here.
Mm-hmm. Then
okay. Was that the one by the sushi?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Over there. It was called A Shore Thing.
A Shore Thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Coming back to me. I remember that one for sure.
Yeah. That was really fun. That was a fun time in my life. It was a big learning experience too, owning a business. And I owned the business with my mom. And it was interesting because she was from, like, the old school. So she, like, did appointments and everything, like, in a book.
Okay.
And I remember being a receptionist at her salon, and each stylist had their own little book in a little slot where I would take it out, answer the phone, and, you know, like, book their appointments, and then, like, put it back. But now, like, when I was becoming an esthetician and wanting to open my own business, that was the era of, like, the internet, you know, like software for businesses.
Everything going digital.
Mm-hmm. So it was a learning curve for my mom, and it was, like, at the same time a learning curve for me, but, like, I was super ready to embrace it, to, like, let go of that old school way, and I was super excited, but my mom was, like, a little more hesitant to, like...
Well, it's hard. Change can be hard.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I saw the vet tech world go from paper charts to charts like online only, so it was weird not to write stuff down anymore. Everything was digital.
Everything's digital. And now everything, because at that time it was all on a computer, right? So now we have it all, like, mobile on our iPads and our iPhones. So, like, it just kind of kept evolving. And it's really cool, though.
Yeah, technology
it makes business so much easier, but at the time it was, like, a struggle because it was just a really difficult learning curve for my mom to understand.
For sure. Maria, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I actually have two moms. So my mom, Maria, is actually my aunt. She raised me. She's my mom's sister. And the two of them raised me and my sister. But Maria's, you know, been in our lives our whole life. So I don't even, like, calling her my aunt is almost disrespectful for me. Like, I don't like that. Like, she is my mom. She raised me. She's been there my whole life. And she's also been there for me to help me raise my children. So she's definitely my mom. And she's my kid's grandma.
I was going to ask that next. Like, did they call her grandma?
Yeah, they call her... Well, they call her Nani. That's her nickname. But when they explain who she is, they explain that that's my grandma.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where's your mom at in the picture?
So my mom currently lives in Carlsbad, but she was kind of in and out of our lives, and physically, but she's always been there emotionally and financially. She's always been in our lives. She's always been a really good mom. But she, it's interesting now to think about where my mom was, you know, when I would hit her age when she became a mom. So it helps me to have a little more sympathy for her because, you know, she was in her 20s and 30s struggling to figure out, I think, who she was and dealing with her own traumas or I should say not dealing with her own traumas and, you know, and her own struggles. So I didn't understand because I was a kid. So, you know, for me at the time, I always felt like, oh, my mom was never there. She didn't help us with school, or she just, you know, wasn't there for all of our recitals, you know, because we were in dance all the time. But that's because my mom worked and she was a single mom, and I didn't understand that as a kid. But now that I have teenagers and they're saying those kinds of things up to me, it helps me understand and have a little more sympathy and have more forgiveness for my mom for what she went through. Yeah.
It's a good understanding.
Yeah.
That's
It's
smart.
hard. It was not easy. It's not easy. But yeah, like just being a mom now helps me to understand, like, not even being a mom, but just being in my 20s and 30s and now I'm approaching 40, like just having some sympathy for her. Like in that era, it wasn't okay and it wasn't common. It was kind of taboo to go to therapy or to seek any kind of help, you know, because then you were like labeled crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I'm glad that it's more open nowadays.
me too. And that's what, like, I hope that our podcast can like bring to people, is just like to make it normal. Like we go through shit. It's okay to like talk about it with someone, a professional, and you're not crazy.
I think everyone needs a therapist.
You know what? Like, it's so important for me to know, like, even my partner in my life now, it's important for me to know that they're dealing with their shit. Like, they're not just sweeping it under the rug. They're not just, like, you know, trying to push it down so that later it comes up again, you know. So it's important for me.
Well, I feel like in school, we're always taught English and science and there's some art classes too, but we're never taught how to process our emotions,
Right.
our trauma, our feelings. Like, we never had a class on that. Like, and I think that's important, you know?
Yeah.
You had your school counselor, but whoever really talked to them, I didn't.
Yeah.
But there was never like a class designated on how to respond to your traumas. I think that really sucks.
Yeah. And I have to say, like, when I was a kid, you know, for some reason, I don't know why, but like my mom, Maria, she was always an advocate for therapy. And so that for me was pretty cool because, like, you know, I didn't feel so weird to go to therapy, but I really wasn't super ready for it. Like, I go to therapy now and I'm so ready and looking forward to my sessions.
Mm-hmm.
I know what I want to talk about with her. And every time I leave that session, I feel like I leave with some kind of new little precious gem, you know, that I could use in my life. Before, I wasn't like, I don't know, I guess I wasn't appreciative or just ready to face it.
Mm-hmm.
And to
Denial
fix my
is an
life.
easy way to live.
Oh, it's so easy. It's so easy to live that way. You just push it down and keep moving, right? But the thing is, it's going to come up.
Yeah, it
It's gonna
slowly
come up.
will resonate.
Yep. You start to take it out on your friends. You start to take it out on your partner, your family. Yeah, it comes. It shows. It starts to manifest itself one way or another. If you don't deal with it, you're going to be forced to at one point in your life.
For sure.
Yeah.
That is so true. I feel like your story is so inspiring because being such a young mother and like going through having to like kind of put your life on hold to like have their like raise them, but then still being so creative and still owning your own business and being a makeup artist because you got that dream did come true.
Yeah.
That's a lot to think about.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I could have done that.
You know what? You just do it though. Like when you just, thank God I had like the support that I had. Like my family were such a huge support. Like I feel like Maria was a co-parent with me raising my kids. So thank God I had them to back me up because being a young mom at 15, 16, who knows like where my life could have gone. but just to have such a strong, you know,
But
support.
you have like a strong drive too. I feel like a lot of, not like, I don't want to say a
That's
lot.
just my stubborn side. That's just my stubborn side. I'm not gonna give up. You know, that's just, I don't know what that is in me, but like when I want something, like I'm gonna try my hardest to get it.
And I've always found that like great to hang out with you, because you bring that like inspiration back.
Oh,
It's good.
yeah. Thanks.
And now you're venturing into art.
Yes, I'm getting into art, and art's always something that I admired from afar. Even at my salon that I own now, I've tried to put on, you know, art shows to promote local artists in the area. You know, it's just incredible to me. Even when I had the chance to spend time in Paris and go to the Louvre, it was amazing. That was like my favorite part, was to hang out at the Louvre and just by myself and check everything. I don't even think I did it all, but I did as much as I could, and that was like the best part.
And I like your art. Like when you were like, oh, I'm dabbling into this, I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then I looked at it and I was like, oh, wow, like that's good. Like you should show some of your stuff.
Oh,
sure.
thanks. Well, you know what? That actually, the art that I'm doing now was inspired by my therapist now. So like,
But it's abstract too in a way. Like
it's
I
very
see
abstract. Yeah. It's called Dutch pouring. So it's just like a mixture of pouring paints together and manipulating it, and what I use is a blow dryer to help with pushing all the paint around. It's really fun.
Like, do they make you feel certain emotions and like the colors and the way that they fall? Like, does each of them have like a meaning and a story behind it?
Sometimes, you know what? Sometimes it does, because my boyfriend and I, on Thursday nights, we've dedicated Thursday nights to us painting, and sometimes we'll like, okay, this is, you know, what we're trying to do is like our shadow representation of our shadow side, or representation of our love side, or whatever, you know. So sometimes it does have like some type of inspiration behind it. Yeah. But yeah, that's thanks to my therapist. I mean, she's helped me, you know, just embrace that side.
Tune into it.
Mm-hmm. And to be honest, it's really what she did why we did that had a lot to do with my drinking. Because I started drinking, I think I had my first drink when I was probably 13 years old. I remember my mom giving me a shot of tequila with a little honey in it because I wasn't feeling good, and she said that this would help me feel better. And I don't know if she was just trying to make me pass out or what, because she was like fucking done hearing me complain. But I took a shot of that, and that was like, oh, this feels good. And yeah, so that's kind of become a thing in my life. And I watched my parents drink a lot, you know. And so it just kind of got a little out of control. And I was wanting to make a change. And with her help, this has been a way to like kind of channel that energy of wanting to like party and let loose, and like, because you have this, I still have that tendency of like, you know, of built up energy because of work or stress, family, kids, whatever, right? And you party and drink to let loose. And so instead of doing that, she's helped me channel that through my art, and it's helped a lot. Not to say I haven't had, you know, slips, because I've had them, but they're a lot less.
It's an escape. That's the best thing with like artists and stuff. They do it to escape reality and escape the feelings. Right.
So do you mean like artists do their art to escape from
Like no matter what your art is, like even if you're doing like filmmaking, it's to express and like get that, like you said, the best way, energy out, or painting, or like any form of art.
Right.
Even dancing.
Right. And that's what she asked. She was like, so what is it that you like? What are some of your interests? What do you wish you had more time to do? And, you know, it could have been anything, right? But I chose, you know, art for me. So, and it's been great. I love it. And I love sharing that with my boyfriend and like having that connection for us instead of having the connection for us to be at a bar, you know, drinking and just getting all fucked up. Instead, we can share these moments together and have these moments captured on a canvas that we can see, you know, all the time and hang them on our walls.
Yeah.
You know, so.
You should try sex on a canvas. That's really fun.
You know what? You told me about that. I do want to try that. I do. That's crazy. So tell me how you did that, though.
We just got, I ordered a kit. So,
Okay.
So it came
Is
with,
a kit for that?
Yeah.
It was a sex painting kit.
Mm-hmm.
You could just find it on Amazon.
I don't know if it was Amazon, but it was one of those ordering. It comes with a big canvas, the size of like a living room.
Okay.
And then you can pick what colors you want. Unfortunately, I picked Mardi Gras colors, so I wasn't so fond of that color scheme. But whatever, and then you just play with it. Like you squirt some colors here, some colors there, some colors on your tits, some colors, and then it's safe if it gets in crevices and stuff.
Right.
And it doesn't like stain your body. And then you just start having sex on the canvas in different positions, and it like forms something.
Oh my god.
And then when we were done, I signed it with my tits, and he signed it with his ball sack. That was
What?
Cool.
Oh my god.
And then a little,
I love
a little of
it.
his cum came off inside of it too. So so when we went to like, I think it was like Aaron Brothers to get it framed, and the guy was like looking at it, touching it. I just kept thinking, oh my god, it has human jizz on it.
Oh my god.
But
So
yeah.
there's actually cum on your painting. Okay.
Yeah. It's fun. It's a
We're
fun
gonna-
thing. You should, it's a fun thing to do.
I'm gonna have to look into that because that sounds really
I'll
fun.
get you guys a kit for sure. Let's see what time frame we're at. 27. Did you want to move on to the bowl real quick? And
Yeah, let's do that because we don't want to run out of time. Okay, yeah. All right. So, oh wait,
Was there anything else?
that was a already. That's a dud. We did that one. Okay. Do you want me to do it? Or you want to pull it? Go ahead. You pull it.
Okay. Well, first kiss.
First kiss.
Well, I'll go into your story. Was your first kiss with the 20-year-old baby daddy?
No. I was boy crazy, super young.
Well, I was playing Barbie still, so.
Yeah, I was boy.
Mark.
See, I did still play with my Barbies. I was still a little girl trying to be a big girl. You know what I mean? I'm trying to remember my first kiss. I don't even know. I'm trying to remember. The only thing that comes to my mind, okay, he's my cousin, but he wasn't. Okay, let me explain.
You said Bakersfield, right?
Okay, he wasn't really my blood cousin. Okay?
Well, I feel like a lot of family members experiment, like, not like, I shouldn't say it with themselves, but like people who are close with you, like a.
Okay, but let me explain. We can just like say he's my cousin. Okay, so he's my like my dad remarried, okay, and it was her nephew. Okay? So it was like that. So yeah, I remember, okay. So we would play this like, oh, let's hide in the closet, and then we would kiss. So that's like my first memory
With
of
tongue
like.
or just like a peck?
No, I don't think I knew how to French kiss yet. I don't even know
Okay.
when I started French kissing, but it was just like we would kiss in the closet while everyone was like partying, and then like I think my sister knew we were in there, so she would tell us like if someone was coming, and they would come
She
out of
was
the
the
closet.
lookout.
She was the lookout.
That's funny.
Yeah. Yeah. But I just remember my cousin being super hot.
We'll see if you want that edited out.
But he wasn't really my cousin, so let me just make sure that's clear. Not biologically.
That's so funny.
Okay, your first kiss.
With a girl, which I
Okay.
think is kind of a common thing that you
Yeah.
think of. Maybe not. And me and her were very into Titanic at the time, so we would reenact drawing each other naked.
Oh my gosh. You guys are so funny. So you like laid there?
Yeah, and we would draw each other naked, and like that led to us like
Would you guys
acting
role
out.
play?
Yeah, we would
Okay.
like act out different scenes in the Titanic movie, and I always remember
So
like.
were you Leo or were you?
I don't remember. I think we just reversed it back and forth.
Okay.
But yeah, then we just reenacted some stuff, and they have that hot steamy car sex scene. So we would try to like get the car all hot, so I can do the handprint that gets all like
Drags it down.
yeah. And then we just would kiss and like with tongue too, but we
Oh
didn't know what
my
we didn't know what we were
God.
doing. Like, and I just remember like
How old
thinking,
are you guys?
like 10.
Okay.
And I just
yeah.
remember thinking that's the worst breath ever. Like it tastes like so nasty. I was like, like it wasn't like I don't know, it wasn't like super romantic or enjoyable or anything. It was just funny kids being.
Oh, how funny.
But I remember that vividly.
I don't even remember my first girl kiss. I can't remember. I can't even remember. There've been so many. No, I'm just kidding. No, I don't know. I have to think about that. God dang. Yeah, I can't remember. It must have been in my 20s. I think it was my first girl kiss in my 20s. Yeah.
Yeah, I started early. Okay. Boop, boop.
Okay,
I
here we
was
go.
mixing it for you.
All right. Of course. Our fans only.
Oh, the fans only.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a big trend right now.
It is a big trend, but like...
I think because COVID and people having to sell their bodies for money.
Oh my God, that is so funny.
Sad, but funny. But not sad because it's embracing too, so I don't want to say it's like...
I don't think it's sad. I think it's...
If you have no other way to make money than to do that.
But now I'm learning that it's not about just sex. It's not about just showing your body. Like you could have a cooking show on there.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
Yeah, you
My
can-
mind's so sexual, so I automatically think of everything.
Well, when I first learned about fans only, I thought it was all sexual only.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
didn't know you could have like a cooking show or...
Yeah, you can have whatever you want on there.
Oh, okay.
Whatever you want on there to make money. Have a subscription. Yeah. I have an OnlyFans, but like nothing's on there. Cause I wasn't sure like what I wanted to do on there. I didn't know,
What topic or what
Yeah.
to explore.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. So you don't have to go find it because nothing's on there. It's just a little welcome page picture. I don't even know if that shows. I think you have to pay for it to be on.
The actual media.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. But we're gonna have a guest on who does have an is it fans only or only
I
fans?
think it's fans only.
Okay, fans only, but I think it should be only fans because that sounds better. So anyway. But
I'm actually excited for her to come
I know,
on.
I'm super
I
excited
just
about
have questions.
Yeah. But she not only has that, and I really want to dive in that with her and find out more about it because she's like at the top 3%. She's killing it on there. But she's also created a comic book of a Mexican woman superhero,
That's cool.
and she's an MMA fighter.
So many fun stuff.
I know so many fun things.
That'll
Yeah.
be cool.
Yeah.
And then snack time.
Oh yeah,
Some
snack
friends.
time. Yeah.
So we have a weird snack.
Okay. What you got?
Ugh. Let's see, because I don't even know. What are these again?
Oysters.
Oysters in a tin foil? Or in a little...
Okay, I don't want to say what it looks like because I don't want you to not
Cat
eat it.
food?
It does look like cat food.
Or sardines? Ooh.
Oh golly! Oh my God! You're gonna need a napkin on this.
I know.
Okay.
Sorry, there's
That's
some
alright.
oil
That's
on the
fine.
table.
Put your cat food on there.
Oh gosh,
I'm not gonna eat that.
you have to try one.
No, I can't.
You have to try
No,
one.
I can't.
Why?
That's just no. That's just no. Is it good?
It's interesting.
Does it taste like an oyster? No, I can't.
Are you gonna vomit if you try?
No, I just really can't. I'm scared.
What are you scared of? The texture?
I'm
the
scared
look?
of it tasting nasty in my mouth. It looks like little hearts.
That's what it tastes like.
A heart?
Mm-hmm.
How do you know what a heart tastes like?
That's what I imagine a heart would taste like.
No. Can I have a piece of cheese? I would like a piece of cheese. I don't want that. Okay, let's do this.
I mean,
Did you like it?
it's not for me.
Okay. Sorry, Johnny. We don't like it.
I like it when it's warm.
I like oysters,
Like
but I don't like it in a can that's been sitting there. How is that still good?
What's preserved?
I know, but I don't know.
They're smoked oysters.
Okay.
They're big. Not used to oysters being that giant, right?
I like them big and
Oh,
juicy.
yeah, you do.
I like them big. My favorite restaurant is Lures. Johnny and I go there all the time in Camarillo. We always get the oysters. But I can't eat them on the counter. That don't look right. That don't look right at all.
I tried one. I'll try anything once. That's my rule with food.
You know what? And I'm not really a picky eater, but
I think you would like it if you tried it. Just take a little taste. You should do it on camera.
oh my god, baby. How do you pressure me?
Just a little one. Just just if you don't like it, just
Oh my god, dang, man.
Oh,
Oh god, it dripped on me. Oh
Lick your
god.
finger.
Ew!
Don't do it. You're gonna psych yourself out. You said you wanted to try different things.
No!
take a little.
It don't even look right, babe.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be okay. You're gonna
God
like it.
dang.
But you
Oh!
just a bite.
God dang it, man.
And I thought I was dramatic.
I did. It doesn't even smell good.
And then he's like, "Oh wait, look, it's expired."
He would do that to me. He would do that to
It's
me.
not expired.
Was it expired?
I can't
I think
find
it's
the
rotten.
date.
Is it rotten?
Okay.
2025.
2025.
It's
As I lick
smoked.
my finger.
It's a smoked.
Cat food. God dang it.
Take
Oh, God
take
dang,
like
I
a
just-
decent bite.
Okay. All right. Oh God, I don't like it at all.
You have to like swallow.
Oh.
Oh, it's good.
It tastes like tuna.
You put a cracker on it.
No, I don't really like it like that. Can I have a napkin, please? Oh, like a towel or something?
Here, you want a cracker?
I don't really like this. Yeah.
You can eat like it's the flavor out of your mouth. That's hilarious.
Oh my
They're
goodness.
not bad. I mean,
Do you want it?
it's a weird texture. I don't want any more. No, thank you.
No, I'm full. Thank you.
Who inspires you? That's the last segment.
Okay. Let's give our inspiration. My mom. I'll give her that. My mom gives me a lot of inspiration. Both of them. They're such strong, like. We have to get into their stories at some point. Hopefully someday we could have my mom on here. That would be really fun. But yeah,
Maria or both?
both Maria and Ophelia.
Oh,
Both of the-
Julia, that's
yeah.
right.
Both at the same time or individually, but yeah, they've been an inspiration just because, God dang, they have been by my side through thick and thin, and they've shown me how they have overcome some pretty serious shit in their lives, and I hope I could be just as strong as them someday. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'll play on that note. My mom's a big inspiration too.
Mhm.
The reason I moved out to California when I was 18 was my mom. She was a model.
Oh,
She made it happen. Penthouse.
She is in Penthouse?
Mhm.
You know, I think I did know that. I forgot. But yeah, that's awesome. We'll have to, talk about that.
And I mean, she's also a single mother who always worked. I get my work ethic from her. Like, I've always had to have a job, steady paycheck.
Yeah.
She's
That
a
was-
nurse.
That was my mom as well. They always worked really hard, and I definitely get that drive from them.
And this is our mother. Love our moms episode.
Love our mamas. Oh my gosh. Yeah. All right.
Here, you can
That
have
was
the
good.
rest of this.
Bye. I guess my legs on us something more this time.